Last episode we had the battle of the runners-up. Today we turn it up a notch. The battle of champions. It is the Flakers up against the Scarlets. It is Season 1 Global Rugby Challenge winners up against the 2017 Pro 12 winners. A nice way, a fierce way to end round 1 of the Global Rugby Challenge Season 2. Hello everyone and welcome on to Flakers Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and of course the subscriber series to Global Rugby Challenge Season number 2. We're into a big clash between two very good sides. It is the Flakers up against the Scarlets, and we'll have a look at the home team for today's match. It is the Flakers side. Let's have a look at the starting 15 for them today. We've got a front row made up of Peter Matthews, James Hudson and Lucas Barrett. The second row has John Joseph and Gilbert Sanchez in the middle. And in the back row, it is Ryan Webb on the blind side. Francois Valentine on the open and Connor Nicholson, a man you would not want to meet in the dark alley, any city, any time of the day. Into the back line, Luke Bendel starts things off at scrum half with Owen Richards outside him at fly half. In the midfield, it is Emmanuel Valera partnering up with Pierre Valentine. On the left wing, it is the try-scoring legend Jim Aligino. On the right wing, Andre Miller, the Italian. And at fullback, it is another returnee to the Global Rugby Challenge, Joshua Barrett. Two brothers in the same team for two different families. This side will be looking to go back-to-back on championship trophies. Up against them will be the Scarlets, a team full of international players who will not be a pushover. These guys are champions and they know how to get this game done. You look through the sides, the likes of Lee, Ball, Shinga, Barkley, Davis. Both Davises are in there as well. Patchell, Parks and McNichol, former New Zealand Super Rugby players, and you cannot forget at the back, Lee Halfpenny lining up in the number 15 jumper for the Scarlets. They are the champions of last season's Pro 12, and now they're looking to take things to the next level. Taking out the Global Rugby Challenge. First up here, they are up against the Flakers in Infinity Park Stadium. So it'll be Halfpenny who will be kicking off this round 1 clash, the final round 1 clash of season number 2, and underway we go. Halfpenny kicks high while the Flakers have all left it. That is almost suicide. And Valera has to go in and try and recover that ball. Ball is shot back to Brent, who takes a heavy hit. He was looking to clear the 22 there. Bendel has another go. Gets it away to Sanchez in the big second rower. He just plummets us in the touch. And that will be close to if he was in or outside the 22. Could be a bad start. It is a terrible start here for the Flakers. And the Scarlets have a massive opportunity now. Hughes to throw in, he loses it. Terrible throw from Hughes. And now Owen Richards has a chance to hammer this away. Finally they get it to the right man. And he drills this long, very long, and right on the chalk inside the 22. Owen Richards, another returnee from season 1. He knows how to get the job done. So last lineouts was thrown straight to Joseph at the front of the Flakers line. Now this time it's nicely taken from Ball for the Scarlets. Jones. Now they look to go through the back line. Oh, Nicholson puts in a thunderous tackle. And it goes all the way back to Jones.
Release.
And he takes contact. Here's a pick and go. Davis slips it back inside to Johnny McNichol. As the Scarlets look to find a way outside of their own 22. Great fan and a great takeaway there. What a ball from Davis to get the kick. And it goes long down to now the 22 of the Flakers. He's looking for Nicholson, and Nicholson somehow offloads. Here's Francois Valentine. Whatever Valera gives it off to Richards. Owen Richards all by himself. Puts on Chipman over the top. Hudson chased inside. Miller down the touchline. Miller going forward. It sits up just outside the chalk. We are going 22 to 22 here, folks. It is all over the place. Scarlets try to keep it fancy down the short side. And Hudson has made a good tackle there. Now it's the Scarlets who have to escape. McNichol gives it away to Hughes again, who's been very heavily involved in this game so far for the Scarlets. Open side, there's not a space, but a quick tackle Squashes any chance of a breakaway there. Pick and go here.
Release.
Davis trying to do it alone there. Price fires wide. Now they're dangerous, so they choose to kick once again through. Davis had the overlap, should have used it possibly. Price is happy with the result in the end as the Scarlets survive yet another scare close to their line. Line out this time, first to the match for Hudson and the Flakers. To the front, Bendel, Richards goes wide. Valera goes to Nicholson, and the big man charges straight through. Tries to get past Halfpenny, cannot do it. Needs quick ball here, Bendel. He gets it as well. Has a little go. It's a terrible one to Matthews. Miller! Andre Miller will score! And the first try to the Cornflakers. The Italian has come with a very useful pedigree. He's quick and he's a big unit as well. You've seen him chase those kicks down his touchline. This time it was that great ball off the back of that. And Bendel gets it away nicely to Matthews. And once they had just got that pass scroted out wide, it was try time Flakers. That from Bendel was magical. With that draw pass away, Hadley Parks had a lot of work to do there to try and catch up with Andre Miller. And that we all know was not going to happen. So Owen Richards, who has been, well, really involved in this game for the Flakers, has his first shot at goal on the 22. Slaps it away nicely. How beautifully judged was that from Richards. And he adds his first points of the season. A big points haul in season 1 for Owen Richards. He'll be looking to back that up this season as well. With a team trade from as well was Guardian last year. This time he's pulling on the yellow of the Flakers. Valera goes away to Miller, and it's a great start straight away. Miller breaks through, but he's taken. Great tackle there from Halfpenny. Looking, oh, that's terrible. That is terrible. Quickly to the breakdown, looking for a little chip over the top was Hudson. If we had had Bendel there, it could have been onto something, but it's gone straight out on the full. We are looking towards the half an hour mark of this game now. And again at the front, ball takes it in. Joseph competes. It's held up nicely here in the Scarlets. The Scarlets over halfway. They are driving quickly into Flakers territory.
Advantage.
Davis always knocked that on. All that hard work by his forward pack. And now here come the Flakers. Valentine. Francois Valentine this time.
Advantage over.
They use the backs. Joseph, away to Jim Aligino. Here's a danger man. He knows how to step, but again, Halfpenny puts him down. This time Bendel's there. He puts a little chip over the top. It's a chase. Valentine doing the work. It could be close. Who's going to make it? No one. Nice little play from Luke Bendel. That's what we were looking for earlier from Hudson.
Crouch.
We are nearing
Bind.
the half-time
Set.
mark of this match. And the Scarlets have opted for a scrum. Got a long way to go if they want to tie this up. Oh, but the Flakers have bulldozed. They've got the wind in their back. They've got all the territory. They've got everything. They've got Nicholson as well. This man is a unit.
Release.
Why wouldn't you use him as a battering ram as well? Fired away. Valera goes out to Miller. Miller fending. Miller's pulled down. And up goes the Scarlets players. McNichols throwing that over. And it is kicked away long. Barrett goes back. Oh, man, it's reclaimed brilliantly. How did Patchell get that far so quickly? It is all the Scarlets at the moment. They change it around. Barrett's got work to do inside ball. They change it back out. And it's been hammered into touch. And Barrett just takes the ball and puts a foot over the sideline. That will be half-time. Wow. What a game of rugby we have witnessed here today already. 7-0 Flakers over the Scarlets. What a first 40 minutes of action we have had. 80% possession going to the Flakers, just 20 to the Scarlets. That is a big, big difference. Territory is a lot closer. 59-41, pretty much 60-40 there to the Flakers. They are holding everything at the moment, but they are not finishing anything well enough. They just scored the one try to Andre Miller, and they had to work very, very hard to get that as well. 5 line breaks to just 1 by the Scarlets, and that is a big difference at the moment. With the wind at their back now, the Scarlets have the opportunity to get back in this game very quickly in the second half. Both sides made a few errors, both sides have blown chances, but it is the Corn Flakers who lead at halftime 7-0 over the Scarlets. Owen Richards has been in everything this first half for his side as he gets the second half underway. Deep to the right to Miller. Miller has been extraordinary, and here come the Flakers straight off the whistle, looking to extend this lead out. Bendel goes away to Richards, who's looking for 3 points. Straight off the whistle, it is over. Well, no messing about there from Owen Richards. This lead, they know, is fragile, and they have just gone one phase straight up the guts, and then popping over a little drop goal from Richards. I would expect not what the Scarlets expected at all. Short one from Halfpenny, and here goes Webb. Here's a very much isolated here. This could be a turnover to the Scarlets. It is. They get the ball. Now they need to score. They look wide through Jones. Going outside to Davis. Why was their winger standing so far out? I'm not sure. Gino, away to Matthews. Nicholson. Webb keeping us alive. Sanchez. Away to Owen Richards. He's been devastating. Hudson's there as well. Pierre Valentine. This will be the icing on the cake for the Corn Flakers. Running it into the corner. Pierre Valentine, seasoned veteran as well, gets the finish. This is all created from a turnover, and they kept flying it wide. Hudson did brilliantly, and look at this, good chase from Davis, but he didn't have enough to put Pierre Valentine into the corner. This is solid work from the Corn Flakers. They're not flashy, they're not spectacular so far, but they have been very, very well executed. And they've put in their second try of the match now. Puts it up to 15-0. Nothing from the Scarlets at all. Second half, we thought we might see more from them, but not yet. Owen Richards has been brilliant. We near the 50-minute mark as Richards nails another conversion. That was a beauty. Started it off to the right. It curved brilliantly in to the left side. It's been a simple game plan so far for the Flakers. Quickly get a point on the board. That is what the drop goal did. And then they turned a quick turnover into a try. Here is Webb. Webb trying to force his way through. They sit on the 10-metre line. It goes back to Valera. And he's looking for a bit of territory. He's not really hit that well. And it goes back to Halfpenny, who's going to return it with a bit of interest, I'm sure. Big, big kick as well. Gino, not known for his kicking game, but he's hammered that one nicely. And it sits up on the 22-metre line. And a good turnaround pass there. Now here come the Scarlets. Oh, but it's a forward pass. And away would have gone Barkley. But the referee pulls it back. What a disappointment here for the Scarlets. They have been pretty
Crouch.
good.
Bind.
But they just have not finished anything at all.
Set.
A good opening round so far for the Flakers. They can see the scrum on their 22. And now Bendel. There's a bit of a scamper by himself. Bendel, he gets away from 1 and 2. Gets away to Valera. Now it's another opportunity, but it's messed up there by Miller. And Matthews has to clean it up. It all went a bit pear-shaped pretty quickly there. Burrett to Webb. Big pass wide to Hudson. Wide to Nicholson. They're behind again. The Flakers will score. It's Lucas Burrett. Another try. This time it's the Flakers. It's the big tight head prop. And Lucas Burrett scores their third try. It is all, well, that was a bit debatable. But it's all a bit of going through the motions now. The Scarlets have been completely outplayed. Hudson was good. Nicholson slid through. And then the finish from Lucas Brett. So another try. This one is beyond over. But the Flakers, they need to look for bonus points now as well. They have 3 tries, looking for the conversion to this third try. Owen Richards, he's got it over. Great kick there from the fly half. And this is, well, a bit of a statement here, isn't it, by the champions. Can they go one step further? Can they get the bonus points? They've got just over 15 minutes to do it in. It's got to into Varela again, and he slips it into Valentine. Joseph. Oh, that one is squirted off the boots. Looking to dab it in behind for Miller. He only managed to squeeze it off the boots. Line out now for Hughes. Goes over everyone. Completely misses them all. And Valera has gone in and picked it up. Flakers want nothing to do with it. Bendel's there. He's going to look to the skies. And it's a very, very high one. Hudson is flying. Of course he is. Hudson! Can't re-give it. Lee Halfpenny does the job. Scarlets looking to use their width. They get away nicely. Inside ball. Looking to push their way down this right-hand touchline. Now they go left. Big number 8.
Release.
And it's Boyd who takes it into contact. The Scarlets need something. They have been completely outplayed so far, especially in the second half, where it was thought that they would come back. They have not. They pick and go again and again. It's there now this time for Price. He's gone away to Parks.
Release. Who's
done nothing here to help this Scarlet side. Big ball out wide. Now there's opportunity for them. They got to use the depth. But it just comes back and it falls apart. Eventually now Richard Smith. He's the one that takes it in. Sits up now. Price away. Now the short side. Matthews has to dive. Going backwards is Barkley. And there is Lee as well. Still Scarlet's attack. Nice little ball off the top. And now they got it out wide again for Smith. Aligino. He hangs on. There's time. They can't possibly get anywhere in this match here, the Scarlets. They've got to hang on for what all they can. Full time is rung. Short ball to Smith again. Can't get away. Away this time for ball. Inside pass. They've got gaps, but they can't get away from the defenders chasing. There's a turnover to Webb. Valera looking. Bonus point try. Can it come the way? They get it out wide. Aligino. Aligino all the way. Aligino into touch. That is it. No bonus points, Flakers. But they have been good enough to dispose of the Scarlets. Big, big match performances from big, big game players that the Corn Flakers have. This is why they're defending champions, and this is why they get the job done. The Scarlets players are looking dejected. They would have expected a lot more out of this game. They would have expected a win, a bonus point of some point, but at least they would have expected some points on the board, which is probably their biggest disappointment from their opening game of the Global Rugby Challenge. So let's check it out here. Let's check out the scorers, and we only have one side of the equation to even look at here, and it is all with the Flakers. I can't believe the Scarlets did not score a single point. That is absolutely shocking. As for the Flakers, 3 try scorers. Barrett, that is Lucas Barrett. Pierre Valentine, so one of the Valentines, one of the Barretts as well. and Andre Miller on the right wing scoring the other try. The first try as well it was for the Flakers. Owen Richards, great from the tee, 3 out of 3 going his way, as well as that early second half drop goal that put them out to 10-0. Was that the turning point? Was that their last nail in the coffin for the Scarlets? We will never know, but all in all, it is a disappointing display for the Pro 12 champions. How did the stats go? Well, let's take a look. Wow, it didn't change much, did it? 80-20 it was at half-time, 83-17 at full-time. The Flakers were all over this game. Look at that, 83% of possession, 61% of territory. A drop goal, pretty sad that made it on there. But in turn, they made more tackles. How does that work? I don't even know. 8 line breaks to 3. The Scarlets had chances, but they were few and far between. Wrong areas of the field, wrong players with ball in hand. They look too dependent on their back row, which is the only ones that really made any inroads into this game. 24-0, 4 points in the bank for the Flakers, and the Scarlets, they are going home completely empty-handed. So one full round is now complete. We have all 4 sides having one match now in the bank. 2 of them picked up a bonus point, 2 of them did not. You got to say, looking at the 4 matches that have taken place, the 2 teams that only got 4 points are probably the most lopsided games. The All Flakes, that was a real close one. It was a nail biter, and they just escaped with the win. As for the Flakers, on the other hand, it was almost a blowout, wasn't it? 24-0. I don't think any other team was that far dominant in their performance like the Flakers were. Next up, you can see on screen there, the All Flakes are back in action up against the Exeter Chiefs. That should be an enthralling matchup as well. The Exeter Chiefs, one of the better sides, or the champions out of the Aviva Premiership. So another champion in action to kick off round number 2. So let's take a look at the standings as they are right now. All the teams played one match. We have the Celtic Dragons sitting up top with 5 points from their opening match. A big points differential there as well, plus 32. Sitting second are the Guardians of the Crib, plus 21. And they also picked up the bonus point. Third is Munster. So the Munster boys picked up the bonus point and a 17-point win over Wasps at the bottom. Then we've got the Flakers and the All Flakes, who both only picked up 4 points. So they didn't pick up the bonus, so they went missing without. So they sit 4th and 5th, which is a good start. A win is a win, but they'll be wanting to pick up bonus points as soon as possible. Claremont was the other team to get a win, a close one over the Exeter Chiefs, who are next in action against the All Flakes. The Crusaders, the Scarlets, the Lions, the Wasps, and Toulon are the losing sides. It is Toulon who hold up the foot of the table with that big loss to the new side, the Celtic Dragons, who have kicked off this season very, very nicely. Into the fixtures, and you can see what your team is up to next. The All Flakes against the Exeter Chiefs is the first game of round 2. Clermont Wasps, Toulon Crusaders are the AI games, and then we have Munster Guardians, Scarlets, Celtic Dragons, and Lions Flakers. So that will round out round 2 as well. 4 matches coming your way from the subscriber side, so look out for those ones coming your way very soon. As always, if you didn't play in round 1, you will 100% play in round number 2. So do not fear, you will be playing in round number 2. But that is it for this first round of the Global Rugby Challenge. I'll be back again very, very soon with the team of the week. So that is the best 15 players from round number 1. We'll have a look at who possibly is the top point scorer. Still early days, so not too many stats to look around just yet. But until then, thank you all for tuning and watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I'm going to go rest my voice, which is absolutely stuffed. You can probably tell too much recording in one day is a bit of a problem for the old vocal cords. So I'll be off, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, thanks for watching, and as always, take care.